Hey guys, it's your humble host, or Kale if you prefer, and boy, do I have a doozy for you. So, I saw someone on Twitter comment about this, so I went and looked it up, and people now are just talking crazy. Minneapolis City Council announces veto-proof push to disband police and George Floyd aftermath. Oh, because that's not a recipe for disaster. This is Fox News. Minneapolis left-leaning city council members on Sunday announced a veto-proof push to disband the Minneapolis Police Department, ramping up a major conflict inside the city following the death of George Floyd while in police custody. Many activists have been pushing, at least for their cities, to defund local police departments, which is a bad freaking idea. A move many other analysts considered unrealistic. The measure has been the main focus for many people protesting against police brutality. Supporters of the move told Fox News, "We recognize that we don't have all the answers about what a police-free future looks like, but our community does." No, you guys have no freaking clue the legal ramifications this will have an impact on. Oh my gosh. We're committed to engaging with every willing community member in the city of Minneapolis over the next year to identify what safety looks like for you. But it's not just about safety. Okay, we'll read this article and then I'm going to go into how freaking stupid these people are. Left-leaning, mind you. Left freaking leaning. Okay, the city council members spoke at a protest at Powderhorn Park, a neighborhood in Minneapolis. The number of supporters in attendance represent a veto-proof majority to push the measure through, Fox 9 reported. I hope to God somebody steps in and freaking squashes this, because this is beyond insanity. You guys are stupid. You're thinking too much with your feelings and emotions. And I understand, yes, police brutality is a thing, very much so, but this is not the freaking answer. This is stupid. Care-listed Council President Lisa Bender, VP Andrea Jenkins, and council members Alondra Cano, Jeremiah Ellison, Steve Fletcher, Philippi Cunningham, Cam Gordon, and Jeremy Schroeder as attending the event, most of them who took turns to address the gathered crowd. Ellison is the son of State Attorney General Keith Ellison. Most members of the city council belong to the Minnesota Democratic Farmer Labor Party. Our commitment is to end our city's toxic relationship with the Minneapolis Police Department. Yes, by disbanding them and completely leaving your city unsafe. Now, like I said, we're going to go into the legal ramifications that will have, because there's so much these idiots are not thinking about. Let's continue. It is clear that our system of policing is not keeping our community safe. Our efforts at incremental reform have failed, period. There's a lot more to it than that, but beefies, all you guys are thinking about is with your freaking feelings. However, Ellison clearly stated the intent of those gathered. This count is going to dismantle the police department, Ellison reportedly said. If you don't stay in this fight, I fear that this council or another will just glue it back together. Yeah, you need the police department, you freaking idiots. The police department did not immediately respond to Fox News. Oh, I hope to God they fight you on that tooth and nail. You guys are being stupid. Request for comment. NYPD detectives, President Paul Diagiacomo said earlier Sunday that defunding... Oh, don't do that. Oh, it jumped around on me. Why? Okay. Said earlier Sunday that defunding any police departments would be a recipe for disaster, which it will be. Mayor Jacob Frey was booed out of a protest Saturday after the Democrat refused to comment to defunding the police himself, because he won't. The event was live streamed on Facebook and Twitter, but technical issues marred the streams. Comments from members of the activist group Black Visions compared the police system to that of slavery, saying when abolitionists fought for the end of slavery, a lot of white people said it was impossible, but there were visionaries who knew it was possible. This is not the same freaking thing, you morons. It was worth it. We are here to make history today, to rebuild our city on a different foundation. At the end of the rally, the crowd gathered at Powderhorn Park began a chant of defund MPD. Okay, this is how stupid you people are. Okay, So cops, yes, there is police brutality, and sometimes training goes astray. I get that, but not every police officer is bad. Now, let me tell you, whether you guys want a community-led group or what public safety, I've skimmed through several articles because I was just floored at what I was reading. Anyway, cops are not only trained how to arrest people, how to de-escalate, which they're supposed to, among other things, they're also trained how to legally gather evidence for court crimes. Um, because the public does not have that type of training, there's no way you guys can defund a police department and expect, say for someone who gets killed and you have no police officers in that city, there's no way the public has that type of training how to gather evidence properly. Because if evidence is gathered improperly, it can be tossed out by a court of law. You guys are not freaking thinking. And I hope that there's lawyers who are now weighing in on this shit because I don't even understand. This is too much emotion. But at the same time, there's more at play than what these idiots want to acknowledge. Here's the thing, as I said on my tweets in my last video, is certain people are being protected on purpose to stir the damn crowds. Now, with these 4 officers, Chauvin being the main one, I forget his first name, but I hear they ramped up his charges, which if they cannot prove those charges, because it went from 3rd degree to 1st degree, and apparently the 3rd degree should have been kept on, but it wasn't, that dude is gonna walk. I swear to God, this stuff is being done all on purpose just to rile people up. This is stupid, because here's the thing. Here's what a lot of people have pointed out. If you get rid of the police, you're going to have your elected officials, these guys who want to get rid of the police officers, they're going to have their own private security. It always happens. Dude, I don't even know what else to say because this is insane. You're going to have gang activity. You're going to have people coming in trying to police the area themselves when they're not trained to do so. Again, gathering evidence, actually handling crime, going and talk to witnesses. There's so much that if you defund the police, what's more than likely going to happen, and I hope to God somebody steps in and squashes this, that this won't happen, but let's play with the option of if it happens. You're probably going to have people trying to come in, more riots and more stuff breaks out, more chaos, or you're going to have to borrow from nearby cities their police departments because it's going to get to a point where you guys cannot handle it. You guys have no idea what the hell you are doing. And the fact that one of these idiots is a child of the Attorney General, how does this compute into your logic and reasoning that this is even a good idea? Say that stuff was publicly ran or a public safety group, however, you're not going to be able to get anybody charged. Your crime rates are going to go up. You're going to have more issues than you want to deal with or be able to. I don't understand. Again, there's a lot of stuff at play. There's people legitimately hurt, and they're having their emotions and hurt manipulated, and this is going to give way to full-on chaos. Now, I'm not saying every police officer is bad, and I'm not saying every police officer is good. I have family members who were in the police force way before I was born, and in general, I'm not against the police. In general, I'm not against anybody. I may not agree with ideas, points of views, or different beliefs, things like that. But in general, I'm not against anyone, okay? I am against, the only thing that I'm really against with people abusing kids and messing with people and hurting others, so that you guys get the picture. But this is insane. This is just, and I don't want to drag out this video, there is no way, and please, the government, please, somebody, please get involved and stop this. There's no way this is gonna fly. Oh my gosh, lawyers, if anybody who's a lawyer, and I hope, because I know I follow one, Nick Rakita, there's Legal Eagle, there's a few others, please weigh in on this, because you guys would be able to speak with a lot more authority about the legal ramifications and what would happen if the police force was gone, and when it came to dealing with crimes, would be kidnapping, murder, fraud. That means disabling the police force, you get rid of your detectives. You get rid of all sorts of departments. That's forensics, that's evidence gathering, that's processing, that's filing. That is a whole ton of services that these idiots are trying to do away with. Yeah, does the training for police officers need to be examined? Possibly, but here's the thing. It could be that these officers, and people have described bullies being allowed in, it could be ignoring the training flat out. We don't know. We don't have enough information, and trying to do away with an entire police force, you're taking away jobs. You're taking away security. Yeah, right now there's a lot of chaos, but there's also a lot of people stirring it. Like I said, there's people leaving bricks everywhere. Full-on semi-trucks have been caught coming in with bricks in the city, and they just being dumped. Oh my gosh, I don't know what else to say. You guys, comments below, what do you guys think about this? Do you even think that this is possible? Also, I kind of looked into the powers that the city council members have. And this is, I don't know if it changes based on city, state, whatever. I don't know. But here in a nutshell, this is by nlc.org. What are these guys pretty much allowed to do are council functions, review and approve the annual budget, establish long and short-term objectives and priorities, oversee performance of the local public employees. And I don't know if police department equates into that or goes into that. Oversee effectiveness of programs, establish tax rates, enter into legal contracts, borrow funds, pass ordinances and resolutions, modify the city's charter. And I'm assuming that has to do transportation, regulate land use through zoning laws, regulate business activity through licensing and regulations, regulate public health and safety, exercise the power of intimate domain, communicate policies and programs to residents, respond to constituent needs and complaints, and represent the community to other levels of government. I don't know if they have the power to actually do this. I don't know enough about an actual city council to speak with authority or any sort of in-depth knowledge. I don't know if they have the power to do this. And if they do, that's pretty damn scary. I hope someone of higher puts a squash it. I hope the mayor, because he didn't seem like he was for it, puts a stop to it. If they need to drag in the governor, because I can't imagine the governor being behind this. I am just floored with the level of insanity. I really am. Anyway, give me your thoughts below. And this is something I'm going to keep an eye on because holy cow, this is going to open up a lot of doors to legal hurdles and actually getting justice for people if they do away with this. Because as I said, police officers are not only trained to deal with crime, situations, de-escalation, how to properly handle certain matters, they're also trained how to gather evidence appropriately to where it cannot be tossed out in a court of law. Yeah, anyway, without further ado, I'll see you guys in the next one, and I hope to God somebody steps in and squashes this stupidity. This is beyond insane. See ya.